I need a remedy of diesel and dust. Something I can taste with a fix I can trust. Another high, more potent than lust. Eating and repeating like the word in a bus.
Hey guys, this is 10,000 with American Motorcycle Experience. And today we're doing the history of the Roadglide, starting from 1979 to right now. Hope you guys liked it. It's pretty cool. It was a lot of fun doing the research. I grew up loving bobbers and rat rods, so I get a big kick out of the fact that back when I was younger and Dad rode his baggers, I'd always call them old man bikes. Now, I love the Roadglides. And I keep forgetting that I'm 45. So I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed researching it and doing the video for you. 10,000 with American Motorcycle Experience.
The Harley-Davidson Roadglide, or Tour Glide, is an American-made touring motorcycle that was first put into production in the year 1979. Interestingly enough, that's also the year I was born. I'm the same age as the Roadglide / Tour Glide. The Tour Glide was different than any Harley-Davidson model before, in that it had a fixed fairing that was attached to the frame and did not move with the handlebars. Today, the Roadglide is one of the most popular motorcycles in the custom bagger world, and for long distance touring. The shape of the fairing is often referred to as a shark nose fairing, due to the resemblance of a shark. The Tour Glide was introduced in 1979, and only 19 FLTs were produced that year. In the following year, Harley produced 4,480. The 1980 Tour Glide was the first to have the 5-speed transmission and 3-point rubber-mounted engine. The motorcycle also had a rectangular steel backbone and tubular frame, twin 10-inch front disc, single 12-inch rear disc, and an enclosed final chain drive. The bike was powered by an 82 CI shovel head with a bore and stroke of 89/108 mm. Had a wet multi-plate clutch, 5-gallon gas tank, and the bike weighed 725 pounds. Man, what I love about that is it had a chain drive. Now, a lot of us are switching our belts over to chain. No, a lot of stunners are. A lot of guys just tearing that shit up. The 1981 model brought a Ferrell electronic ignition, lower valve guides, extra oil drain lines from the rocker boxes, revised valve guide seals, and a Girling rear brake caliper. In 1982, the FLT got new handlebars and seat, primary chain oiler, higher output alternator, and locks for the luggage. Harley-Davidson got a little lazy in '83, only changed up and put in the lower seat and stiffer suspension. From 1979 to early '84, the Tour Glide was powered by the shovel head engine. In late '84 until '96, the motorcycle was powered by the Evo engine. The early '84 models had a shovel bottom end with an Evo top end. That's pretty cool. I'd definitely going to hear something about that from you guys. But that's how it is. It is known that the 1984 through 1988 models, at least, maybe more, had air reservoirs in the crash bars for air assist to the front fork springs. The 85 model was changed from a final drive chain to a belt. The Tour Glide came without a radio or a gauge mounting position made into the fairing. To add a radio, you would need to purchase a radio caddy from Harley or several other aftermarket companies. They were making aftermarket radios for these things back then. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I like saying radio caddy. Hey, radio caddy. Man, that'd be a really cool road name. What you got going on over there, radio caddy? Okay, so back to that radio caddy. Some of those aftermarket caddies came with gauge mounteds in the caddy. To add Harley gauges, Harley sold ones that required you to drill a hole in the fairing and mount them there. Harley introduced the radio caddy for the Tourglide fairing and was stock beginning with the radio in 1986. It's the same year Harley had the radio in the inner-outer fairing on the Electroglide. It was produced by Radio Sound. In '89, the Ultra model was introduced along with the base FLT model. The alternator was bumped up to a 32 amp for '89, and it also had a one-piece pinion shaft and a right flywheel. The FLTCU model came standard with cruise control, a CBE radio, intercom, front and rear sound systems, and lower fairings and a two-tone paint job. The standard FLTs were solid colored bikes. A sidecar option was available for the FLTCU, but only 15 were made in '89. Total production for 1989 is believed to be 603. No one was riding these things. The only major change made that didn't change the name of the model line was to move the turn signals from in the fairing to outside the fairing and attached to the lower mounting supports. And this happened in 1988. The Tourglide's last year of production was in the '96 model year, and also the first year for the fuel injection option. There's not any FLT models produced for the '97 model year. So when you guys are on Marketplace and they're all, I got a rare 1997 FLT for $27,000. No, he doesn't. The Tourglide was cool, but it wasn't popular. There wasn't that many people just going after it. To be completely honest, even when I look back on them, I don't like the Tourglides that much. I don't know. Don't like the looks. But it's part of the beginning of the Roadglide. With the introduction of the 1998 model lines, Harley introduced the FLTR Roadglide. Dun 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 dun! The Roadglide! This was using the same frame and motor assembly as the Electroglide, but with a completely redesigned fairing. It included the radio and gauges mounted in the fairing areas that were made for this purpose. This inner and outer fairing had not changed until they went to the Rushmore fairing. In 1998, with the fairing change, that was also the last year of the Evo engine. In '99, the Harley touring models got the twin cam engine that bumped the displacement up to an 88. From 1999 to 2003, the motorcycle had very minimal changes. In 2000 and 2001, Harley offered a CVO Roadglide, the FLTR SC1 and the FLTR SC2. 2004 brought the change from cassette tape to compact disc. And in 2006, the radio manufacturer changed from Radio Sound to Harman Kardon. Alright, back to Radio Sound. Does anybody have a Radio Sound in their town anymore? I lived up in Roundup, Montana for a bit. That's about 80 miles north of Billings. This was in 2019-ish, and they had a Radio Sound. Crazy. Unless I'm getting completely confused. Radio Sound with another store. I don't know. Facts still remain the same for the story here. Just a little bit different on what's up in Roundup. Radio Shack. That's what I'm thinking. Here I am like laughing my ass off thinking about Radio Sound. Radio Shack. Okay. Back to Radio Sound. It's not Radio Shack. I feel a little bit better now. Not that I put it above Harley to get the radios from Radio Shack. Or Elon Musk! Ha ha ha! 2007, the engine displacement increased from 88 CI to the 96, and transmission to 6-speed, and all touring models became EFI standard. In 2008, the fuel tank increased to 6 gallons. Throttle changed to throttle-by-wire, brakes changed to Brembo brakes, and an ABS option for all touring models. 2009 brought the new frame, rear tire change to 180 wide rear and a 17 front tire. This was the last year of the Roadglide FLTR. After many years, Harley-Davidson brought back a CVO Roadglide in 2009. 2009 brought the new frame, rear change to a 180 wide rear tire and a 17 front tire. This was the last year of the Roadglide FLTR. After many rumors that the Roadglide's last year was going to be 2009, 2010 models came out with a newly designed Roadglide called the Roadglide Custom and designated model FLTRX. The bike was basically the same as a Street Glide, just with a shark-nosed fairing. Still fixed. The 2010 model was the first year to offer a 2-in-1 head pipe. Now that's awesome. 2010 also introduced the 18 front tire, lower rear end with a newly designated tail light, and doing away with the center brake light in the middle of the rear fender. In 2010, Harley redesigned the fairing mounting supports. They were redesigned to move the fairing up and re-angle it to make the fairing accept the vented lowers that were being used on the Electroglide. Before this model change, the Roadglide required a different lower fairing. Something different from the Batwing bikes they had then, or the Road King bikes they had then. Cruise control was also made optional, so the controls were removed from the handlebars. The 2011 Roadglide Custom, which is the FLTRX, is the same as before, with new colors. And it had the 103 motor option. And it had a 2-in-1 into 2 head pipe. The Roadglide Ultra, FLTRU, was introduced with a 17-inch front tire and has the twin-cam 103 motor. Harley also produced a FLTR CVO Roadglide Ultra, which has the awesome moniker of FLTRUSE, with the 110 engine and an 18 front and rear tire. 2012 saw both the FLTRX and the FLTRU models return. And along with that, the FLTRX SE had 3 color offerings. 2011 was definitely a big year for the Roadglide, along with 2012 and the best kept secret in the Harley-Davidson lineup. Seems to be finally getting some well-deserved respect in the touring community. There was no 2014 Roadglide. They just didn't make them. But when they came out, 2015, they came out big, and they came out different. They came out with the Rushmore. Now I'm going to backpedal a little bit here, because in 2012 is when they came out with the 103. That's a 1690cc powerhouse paired to a 6-speed manual transmission. Had cruise control and produced 135 pounds of torque. That's pretty awesome. I remember when that came out. Everybody was pretty stoked. 2015 came rolling around. The Roadglide Special came out with its Project Rushmore styling and improvements. But at the same time, this kept a minimalist note. Being equipped with all the accessories that a touring should have, it was also low in a sleek design. Featured a boombox 6.5 GT radio, 6.5 dual color touchscreen display, and speakers were all fitted in a fork-mounted fairing with standard technology, had cruise control, and ABS. Yeah, this was a comfortable, rad bike. So in the engine department with the Roadglide Special, they came up with the high-output twin-cam 103. They also put a bigger tank on it, making this just an awesome long-hauling machine that looked cool. Then in 2016, they came out with the Roadglide Ultra. This bike, pretty fantastic. Addresses riders who want the very best in terms of comfort on their touring cruiser. Comes with a standard trunk, with the integrated pill-on backrest, lumbar support for the rider, full rider full boards, hard lockable saddlebags, engine and saddlebag protection bars, and a fairing with a touchscreen display and front speakers. This bike came out with all the bells and whistles. 2017, we came out with the Milwaukee-Eight. This went into the Roadglide Special and had an air-cooled 1745cc single cam V-twin engine. Fuel injection made it where it was effortless, had great starts, and smooth power delivery. The motor is undersquare with a cylinder bore and a stroke of 100/111. The stroker length of the cylinder is greater than its bore width. Think about that for a second. But I really want to talk about in 23, when they launched the Harley-Davidson Roadglide 3, a three-wheel machine that combined the advantages of the three-wheelers with a hot rod attitude and genuine style from the frame-mounted Roadglide fairings. Finally, basically a trike with a Roadglide fairing. For appearance, the three-wheeled machine was fitted with a shark nose fairing that featured triple split stream vents for less helmet buffering. Hate them helmet bufferings. Honestly though, people actually complain about those vents. Also, the trike featured a big, bold, and stylish 19-inch front wheel paired with 18-inch rear wheels, a Boombox GTS TFT touchscreen navigation, and infotainment system. It was available in 6 colors. You can get it in vivid black, gray haze, bright billard blue, vivid black with black finish, gray haze with black finish, and bright billard blue with, guess what? Black finish. In the performance department, the 2023 Harley-Davidson Roadglide 3 had installed a big ol' 1868cc Milwaukee-Eight engine with electronic, sequential, port, fuel injection system, delivering 90 horsepower with the maximum strength at 4,750 RPM. Now we're going to talk about the 2024. Man, I'll tell you what. There's a lot of talk about the 2024, which if you remember right, back when they came out with the whole Rushmore project, there was a lot of talk about that. Seems like a lot of people don't like this 2024, saying it looks a little bit too futuristic, a little bit too much like the Indian, a little too progressive. I don't know. I think that's a good thing. So first I want to talk about the performance of the 2024. This amazingly different, completely changed Roadglide. The new Milwaukee-Eight 117 V-twin engine with increased displacement, torque, and horsepower. The 2024 engine features new liquid-cooled cylinder heads that further optimize thermal comfort for the rider, especially in low-speed riding situations and hot weather. The 2024 Roadglide is 16 pounds lighter than the 2023, enhancing all the aspects of performance, including acceleration and braking. Come on, lighter's better. We're going to talk about design a little bit with this new one. The shark nose fairing takes on new life with a sculpted silhouette, fully integrated LED lighting, and new windshield design. Designed using the CFD to improve aerodynamic efficiency, the Roadglide fairing optimizes on-road performance and rider comfort with an aggressive new take on the original frame-mounted fairing. Now this fairing, it looks completely different than it ever did. A lot of people, once again, say it looks too much like the Indian. A lot of people just don't like the modern look of it. But guys, Harley's been around a while. They're losing some sales. Talked about this before. They need to get the new ones. They need to get the young ones. And honestly, this new take on an old ride, I think it's cool. So when it comes down to the 2024, every surface of the Roadglide's been reimagined and refined, creating a seamless visual flow from the tip of the front fender to the tail of the saddlebags. With a starting price at $25,999, the new Roadglide in 2024, you can actually get cheaper than a 2023. Now, my old man told me, don't ever buy the first year of anything. And I mentioned, man, I love this 2024. I want one. And that 2024 CVO, yeah, it's heaven. But I agree. So I'm looking forward to the 2025s. The 2024's innovated. They're bringing some serious technology. There's some pros and there's some cons on this. I'll tell you what the con is right now. This whole waiting for your bike to boot up kind of thing. I feel like there should be something to where I can start my bike almost like manually, mechanically, and then let the computers boot up. What if I'm in a situation? What if I need to roll? What if my brother with the 2022 starts his bike and he's ready to go and I'm just sitting there, with my thumbs going, 1 second, homie, my computer's got a boot. So with the Skyline operating system, the customizable in-dash experience features navigation, 3 unique display options, and an all-new suite of connected infotainment options powered by Harley-Davidson's Skylight system. Ride modes provide more control and confidence during various riding conditions by electronically adjusting performance characteristics and the level of safety technology intervention. Each ride mode, either road, sport, rain, or custom, brings to life a unique combination of power, delivery, engine braking, cornering anti-lock braking system, and cornering traction control system. For the long roll, I'm not quite sure if I'm into all that, but I'm definitely looking forward to riding it, trying it, adjusting if need be. So this being said, a lot of the reviews on this just aren't good. People aren't digging it. Some people absolutely loving it. I could see someone who's been riding for 20 years just not into it. But man, if they grab those new riders, this might be the thing. Also makes me question, how does that affect their skill level down the road? I don't know, these young riders are doing some amazing things. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Roadglide. And the 2024 is a beautiful specimen of a machine. Just can't wait till they figure out all the bugs and fix all that stuff, and then it'll be dependable. A dependable Harley-Davidson. That's not happening at the moment, though. I mean, it might happen. It might be happening. I'm sure there's someone working on it. There's a ton of Harley-Davidson engineering nerds trying to fix this. So there you go, guys. The history of the Roadglide, starting from the Tour Glide in 1979 all the way now to 2024. 45 years of road gliding awesome. Just like 10,000 here. 45 years of straight up radical.